Hi, my name is Ali, and in this video I'll be discussing with you the practice of motivational interviewing and how this approach can play a powerful role in facilitating client engagement in long-term exercise habits to ultimately enhance mental and physical well-being. A significant 55% of Australian adults do not meet the physical activity guidelines. Physical inactivity can contribute to a range of chronic diseases, including type 2 diabetes, obesity, certain cancers, cardiovascular disease, and the list goes on. So we all know how good exercise is for us. Now the question is, why do so many of us choose to avoid it? Each individual is going to have their own motivations and resistances towards exercise. Each individual is going to have their own barriers or excuses not to exercise. For example, these could include a lack of time, low energy or fatigue, a lack of facilities, the costs associated with it, mental health problems, physical injuries, or just a lack of motivation in general. Motivational interviewing is a technique that practitioners can use to identify these barriers, and in this context, overcome an ambivalence towards physical activity. Motivational interviewing is a person-centered counselling style designed to strengthen a client's motivation to change behaviour through encouraging them to explore and overcome their ambivalence to change. There are three critical components of motivation that will be looked at for the client: their willingness to change, their ability to change, and their readiness to change. In practice, motivational interviewing occurs in two stages: building motivation for change, and then strengthening commitment for change. In order to build a client's motivation for change, three crucial factors must be utilised which embody the spirit of motivational interviewing. The first factor is collaboration, which involves providing a collaborative environment and partnership between the practitioner and client. Secondly, through evocation, as the practitioner plays a powerful role in evoking the client's innate motivation for change. And the third step is through honouring client autonomy, ensuring the client has complete control over their journey to behavioural change. The practitioner can assist, but the client is leading. Once a client has established their motivation for change, the next step is to strengthen their commitment, often done through establishing an action plan and setting goals. At the centre of motivational interviewing is a very important acronym, RULE. Firstly, the R stands for resisting the righting reflex. This means that the practitioner must avoid directly telling the client what to do when they are in a state of ambivalence. This can unintentionally create resistance and undermine the client's autonomy. You cannot force motivation upon a client. It must come from within them. The U stands for understanding the client's motivation. We need to make sure that we are approaching the change through the client's perspective, through openly exploring and understanding their values and concerns. Everyone's going to have different motivations as to why they want to exercise. While some people may do it for the health benefits, others may do it for the weight loss. And some people may just do it for the social aspects or just to have fun. We need to make sure that the intervention is tailored to these motivations to ensure the most effective outcome. The L stands for listening with empathy. This is a crucial aspect of motivational interviewing, ensuring the creation of a non-judgmental, trusting, and safe environment. Listening with empathy means to understand and validate the client's feelings. When the clients feel safe, they are more openly able to express their opinions and reduce the resistance to change. And finally, the E stands for empowering the client. In order to achieve successful change, the client must be given their own opportunity to make their own choices and actively lead and explore their own ideas. When it comes to exercise, this is about encouraging the client to believe that they are capable of making their own manageable steps. For example, you may ask the client, how can we implement exercise into your routine to make it more enjoyable? By focusing on the client's past successes and strengths, they will feel a sense of agency and self-efficacy and more confident in their ability to make change. So how do we put this into practice? The OARS acronym provides us with the basic counselling skills to optimise this process. Open-ended questions are a tool that enable the client to do most of the talking. For example, you might ask them, what benefits do you think you'll experience from doing exercise? Or what barriers do you think may be preventing you from doing exercise? We don't want a yes or no answer. We want as much elaboration as possible. Making affirmations provides a sense of appreciation and validation to the client. For example, you may say something like, "Thank you for sharing that with me." Or, "It's clear you're really committed to making change. You should be really proud of yourself." Reflections are a really important tool to use throughout the interview process. Through rephrasing the information that the client provides you with, it encourages further exploration, shows that you understand, and helps to reinforce the change. Summarising information throughout the process helps to ensure a mutual understanding and to point out any discrepancies in communication. So what can the practitioner do to effectively promote change when they have limited time? A really awesome tool to use is the importance or confidence ruler. This is a tool used to assess a client's perceived importance or confidence towards making a change on a scale from 0 to 10. In practice, this can sound something like, on a scale from 0 to 10, what is your confidence that you are going to be able to implement an exercise routine into your lifestyle? Or on the other hand, on a scale from 0 to 10, how important is it for you to implement exercise into your lifestyle? This ruler helps to uncover the discrepancy between a client's current state and their desired future state. It helps to elicit change talk and motivation and enhance client self-efficacy. Through understanding these basic principles of motivational interviewing, I have no doubt that you'll be able to help strengthen a client's ability to make changes in their exercise habits. Thank you so much for your attention today. I hope this video has been informative and that it provides you with some valuable insights into motivational interviewing and how it can be used to promote exercise for better health.